In this video, I'll show you how to identify a user, whether that user belongs to a security role or not. So, just giving you an example, like say, take for example, there is a security role named as airline read. Now, if you want to know if the user belongs to that security role, then you need to pass the parameter or the name of the security role, and then the code will give you an output whether it is true or false. Now, this is useful in a scenario if you want to check out if the user has a system admin rights or a basic user rights, or if a user belongs to the system customizer group. So, if you want to do that or perform that action using JavaScript, you can make use of that. So I'll give you an example. Now I have a model driven app. Now the in the model driven app, I'm just taking it as a landing page. So if this form is loaded, then that JS will get executed, and then it will just load in the message box that whether the user belongs to a specific security group or not. Now here, I'll go to the Power Platform Admin Center and show it to you. Like there is a role called a system customizer, and now I'm part of it. Now, similarly, I've created a custom role called as airline sec role. Now, here in airline sec role, as you see, this is a custom security role. Now I've just it has some sort of a privileges listed over here, but the goal of this exercise is to identify whether the member of that security role exists or not. So if you go to the members, you can see Alex is currently the member, and now I'm Girish, so Girish is logged into the system. Now if I run that code, I just need to check that whether Girish belongs to that security role or not using JavaScript. Now this is a model driven app, and as you see, this is I have logged in. Okay, so Girish has logged in. So currently I'm not member of this role, so it should give me an output as false. So let's put that in a code. Now let me go into the JS. So I have already written some JS over here, so let me get rid of this. Now here, in order to check the security role, we will write a function. So I'll write a function called as check user role. Now I'm going to pass execution context. So I'll just pass execution context, and then I need to pass on the security role name. So the security role name is airline read or system customizer or system admin. So it depends on what you want to check on. So I'm going to make use of my custom security role. So I'm going to pass that value over here. So check user role execution context role name. Now this is the function. Now I'll just put an opening and closing brace, and then I'm gonna write some code over here. So first, where user roles, so I'm gonna just make use of one variable where user roles equal to xrm dot utility. So xrm dot utility dot get global context dot so it has given me that the IntelliSense has given me the whole bunch of things, but I'm not going to make use of that because sometimes this the auto suggestion is not correct always. So I'll just say user settings dot roles dot get all. So this will give me the entire role for which that current user belongs to. Okay, and then I will just make use of another variable where has role equal to false. Okay, so currently I'm assuming that that user does not belong to any of the roles. So user roles, so this is the variable which you have used. So user roles dot for each function of role. So I'll just make use of this IntelliSense, and then I'll just put tab. So it has given me an IntelliSense of if role dot name equal to role name, has role equal to true. Okay, and then close this function, and then I'm just gonna alert the user. The user belongs to role, and the role is the role name. So I'll just say Girish belongs to, or the user belongs to the role name. So the role name is, so if I pass in airline sec role or basic user, then this will say user belongs to the role name is true or false. Okay, so you can make use of console.log, or I'm just showing in an alert. So let me format this document. So what essentially we are doing, we are just passing the execution context and we are passing the role name, and we are iterating through the roles. So user roles will give you the entire array of the roles for which the user belongs to, and then we are iterating through the for each, and then here we are identifying whether the role name which we have passed is indeed matching with the current user's security role. If yes, then this value will be set to true, and then this here it will set to true. So ideally the output should be like if you pass the role. Now how do you pass the role? Now I'll show you that as well. So first let me save this JS. So I'll just say Control C. I have already created a web resource over here. So here, as you see, I have created a web resource. Uh, I'll just say yes, and that web resource name is airline code. Now here it was a previous code, so I'll just paste this code over here, and this will get saved once I click on save, and I'll publish this. So I'll publish this code. Now we go into the form of the application, and then we just say on load, I want that function to be executed. Now the function name which we have used is, let me show you here. So this one is check user role. So check user role is the name of the function. Now I'll just remove this, add an event handler. Now here I'm passing execution context as the first parameter, right? And then I'll click on done. But no, we need to pass another value as well. So as you see, it has execution context as the first parameter and the role name as a second. Now let's pick up one security role. So let me pick airline sec role. Okay. Now Girish does not belong to this role, so it should come out as false. Okay. So airline sec role is the name of the security role. So here you will pass airline sec role. Check whether R is capital or not. So in my case, R is capital. So make sure that you use that proper casing. And also when you put in the parameters, make sure that it is in double quotes or single quotes. So that it's part of that uh, syntax. Okay. So I've just put it in a single quotes. I'll click on done, and I'll click on save and publish. Now we have copied the JS in the web resource. It is published correctly. So I'll just close this. And also this form is now getting published. So once this form is all published, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the airlines, and I'll just do a control F5. So a hard refresh so that all the JS gets repopulated and loaded in the module. I'll go into the record. Now here it has given me the answer. The user belongs to the role airline sec role is false. Now why this value is false? Because for airline sec role, I'm not a member of. But what if I add myself? Click on add, and now I'm part of this member. So ideally now when you run this, it should return me true. So I'll click on refresh. It won't work. You need to do a hard refresh. So do a control F5. And then now as you see, the user belongs to the role airline sec role is true. So what essentially we have done within this piece of code is we have basically iterated through the security role. We have passed a security role named as airline sec role and checked whether the user belongs to that security role or not. So with the help of xrm.utility.get global context.user settings.roles.get all, in that we have uh, iterated through the user roles, and then with for each we have just passed the role name, and then from there we have just used a boolean variable of has role, and if it is true, then this if will store the value has role equal to true, and then it will give you that output. Now the use case for this example is if you want to check if the user belongs to a specific role, and on depending on that you will either show or hide a field, show or hide a section, show or hide a tab, or maybe you can use command bar. So command bar can be used to perform an action or show or hide specific control. So there are multiple use cases through which you can basically use the security role functions to iterate through the user's security role membership and then display the content accordingly. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically check the security role belonging for that specific user. Thanks for watching.